right. Welcome everybody to the inspiration report for February. What's up, fellas? Where are you guys?
Morning, guys.
How's it going?
Happy February. Happy month of love.
Yeah, all
You're
that
Barry
stuff.
White.
Yeah. Jose, you're looking good, man. I love that haircut.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a very interesting conversation with my stylist, and I was like, I don't want to look like Dora, but I want to look like Dora the Explorer. So here you have it.
Well, you look like a good-looking Dora, man. It's looking really good.
Thank you. A Dora with a mustache, I have to say.
And Sean Brown, you got a haircut too. You're looking good.
Yeah, I don't have a stylist. I just have a bathroom floor, electric clippers, and that's pretty much it.
You have a what? Say
I
it
have
one
a
more time.
bathroom floor and electric clippers, and that's pretty much it.
Sorry about the noise.
We
guys.
have an incoming call, apparently. Do we have a special guest with us today?
No, that was actually my son calling, and he's definitely going to hear about that one. Like, you know. Well, Sean, you're looking good. I know it's your anniversary, so congratulations. And you're gonna spend some time on Disney property, so have a great time with that. I'm just recently back from the island, so I had this amazing gig at the Turks and Caicos Islands, just south of the Bahamas, at a resort called the Beaches from Sandals. Super awesome. So I'm freshly inspired, and that's why we do this report, right? That's why we call it the inspiration report. It is exactly to inspire people to make connections. You need to get outside of the way you normally think, and just really see something different in order to make those connections. Sean, I've got some really great innovation quotes. You mind if I imbue some upon you here?
Please, yes. Quote away.
So this one is from Albert Einstein. It says, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination." I love that one. Here's one from Alan Kay, a computer scientist. It says, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Right?
There you have it.
Yes.
And then I love this one too. "There's no innovation and creativity without failure, period," from Brené Brown. Really, really cool. Sorry, yeah, you like that? What, you got one? Go for it.
I got one. Yes, yeah. It's funny because it when you search it, it's hard to figure out who it's attributed to. So some say it goes back to Henry Ford. So I've just put that with an asterisk when I use it. But if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, we do this absolutely to inspire you all, and we don't know how you're going to use this. We hope that you make a connection here, either to pay it forward, or we hope that you use it in your own businesses and your own ideas. But please, if you don't go anywhere else for inspiration, just come see us once a month, and we will make sure that your brain is jam-packed full of inspiration. Right, guys?
That's it. The more you see, the more you're going to be able to think of new stuff.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go over some stuff really quick here. Going to switch over to the presentation. A little bit of inspiration in a box to help you all see outside of yours. Of course, Sean and I are the modern day Wayne and Garth, and we are broadcasting literally from our basements. So please bear with us if stuff happens, because stuff sometimes happens. A couple times we've been in the multiverse, but we've come out. So. That's good. Of course, we've got our wonderful producer, moderator, Jose Gutierrez. Woo! Jose, thank you for being here all the way from Santiago, Chile. Where are you located right now?
Yes, I am enjoying the summer in the capital of Chile, Santiago. And it's crazy hot, man. Like 37 degrees Celsius. I think that's around almost 100 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that is hot, man.
Wildfires around the country, all over the place. So we are really in need of good rain. Talking about rain, I'm going to give you a little bit of something called I'm going to give you something special about umbrellas
nice.
later
on
in this session.
All right, so just a few guidelines here. Again, really not rules, but just merely guidelines. Of course, we want you to stay positive and open-minded in our chat. A lot of negative things happen in the world. We're going to leave that aside for the hour that we're together. I want to share the air to make sure everybody has a chance to add their 2 cents in the chat. Be respectful, of course. We want you to build in yes and, right? If you see something that could work somewhere, please add it in the chat. If you've seen it before and already made a yes and, please tell us about that. And of course, pay it forward. We definitely want you to send something from our report or send the link to our YouTube video after we get done here to inspire somebody if you think that it could really help. And of course, having fun, because having fun is really important, right, Sean?
You bet. Right.
Yeah.
If we're not finding opportunities to relax a little bit, open up our minds, we are going to get stuck in the day-to-day monotony of Teams and Slack and IM and email and phone and text, and never going to have a moment to think of something, right?
Exactly. Hey, Jose, it looks like we've got some other quotes. Can I'm going to turn it to you. And
exactly. I was about to tell you that. So Lara says, creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else has ever thought. Thank you, Albert Einstein.
And there's one from Francois there too. Did you see that one?
Let me take that one. Do you have it? I cannot see it.
Yeah, it says to be creative means to be in love with life. You can be creative only if you love life enough that you want to enhance its beauty. You want to bring a little more music to it, a little more poetry to it, a little more dance to it. That's from Osho. Brilliant. So yeah, super
I love
cool.
that one.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you, Francois. Really cool.
Well, and Lee, with Beats Party Magic every Friday night, I think you're bringing a little more to it.
All right, Sean, nice plug. I like that. That's what we try to do. Exactly. We're trying to, bring the little bit more poetry, a little bit more dance. So, who doesn't love to dance? I don't know. Tell me. All right, let's get started. So, Sean, I love the fact that let's talk about love for a little bit, but I love the fact that you took a different angle on Valentine's Day. So, remember last year we had the love report, and the love report last year had all kinds of lovey-dovey stuff. We had about 6 or 7 slides just about all kinds of good stuff. And this year you did kind of the anti-love thing, which I thought was a really different take. This totally reminded me of the lateral thinking tool that we use sometimes in sessions called Ideas That Will Get You Fired.
Yes.
It totally reminded me of this. So this is amazing. So the San Antonio Zoo is offering a special Valentine's Day greeting for exes that just won't bug off. For $10, the zoo will name a cockroach after your not-so-special summon and actually feed it to an animal. Yes. A cold but direct message that you're no longer interested in them, right? Their annual, it's called the Cry Me a Cockroach fundraiser. It will support the zoo's vision of securing a future for wildlife in Texas and around the world. Those not into bugs can actually choose a vegetable for $5 or a rodent instead. So you can name a mouse. Hey, Sean. You might need that in the future here. Wink, wink. All donors will receive a digital Valentine's Day card showing their support for the zoo. They can also opt to send their ex-boo a digital Valentine's Day card informing them that the cockroach, rodent, or veggie was named after them and fed to an animal. Those who have especially stubborn exes can pay $150 for an upgrade, which includes a personalized video message to the recipient showing their cockroach, rodent, or vegetable being devoured. I mean, if that doesn't show anti-love, I don't know what does.
I love it. And I also love that, yes, the $150 upgrade where you can send a personalized video message, not just an email. But here's what I want. I want the $250 upgrade that literally shows the video like in Godzilla movie quality, right? Of the Gila monster coming in and just attacking the cockroach with the name on it.
Yeah, it's slow motion with dramatic music. Yeah, licensed dramatic music, like a TikTok video, definitely.
Yes.
Hey, I want to stop for a second and recognize a newbie that's here to the Innovation Report, and that is my good buddy Mike Simmons, coming all the way to us from Arizona. What's up, Mike? Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Mike.
Super cool. All right, next up.
Guys, Liz is asking if this can be done for a mother-in-law.
Hey, not bad, right? In-laws, right?
We'll do a reverse spin on Mother's Day.
Right, or kids that are pissing you off, one of the two, like my son who just called during the show that I've had every month for the last 2 years.
Right. We'll have the anti-mother-in-law guidebook on how to do every chore in your house wrong.
Right. I love it. And
especially cooking. Yes.
Okay, next up, what do we have here? Go for it, Sean. Make work your new favorite. I love that line.
Yeah, work's your new favorite, buddy. Work's your new favorite. So, interesting article, especially in the timing of just the mass of layoff announcements, right?
Yeah.
But it's this movement, which I'm sure many of us have heard, but this is a little bit of a deeper dive of empathy being recognized in the C-suite as just a requirement for strong leadership in organizations. Now, granted, the article goes along on a path of saying, hey, it's awesome that you're seeing the chief empathy officer, but side note, asterisk, disclosure, be aware, they can still fire you.
Wow.
But it goes on, says, today, the wacky C-suite titles are all the rage. Chief amazement officers, chief heart officers, and chief empathy officers are popping up across companies. In a 2020-2021 analysis, LinkedIn researchers found 51 variations of the titles that began with chief.
Yep. I actually work with a consultant who's a chief happiness officer, and he does culture work. His name is Chuck. He does an amazing job at culture, vision, mission, values, common purpose, and he is definitely a chief happiness officer.
Brilliant. Well, I'd like to say that I was ahead of the trend, because when I started Ignite the Mind in 2007,
yep,
I am chief fire starter.
Yes, you are.
And in Valentine's, we can translate the fire for hot love.
And you still are, buddy. You still are. That haircut's looking good, man. You're going to have a great anniversary. I know you are. All right. Jose, what do you got for us here?
Okay, so rain, come this way. So 4 years ago, Ana Macielo had an epiphany. A whopping 1 billion umbrellas around the world are broken, lost, or even discarded every year. So she started picking up broken umbrellas from the street of Lisbon, Portugal, where she lives, and turning the polyester canopies into jackets. Since the launch of the company in 2021, the company is called Arcodes. She and her co-founder, Jasmine Medeiros, have repurposed already 2,000 umbrellas. So they've done basically windbreakers, hats, and shorts that are lined with dead stock fabrics collected from local textile factories. In November last year, of course, they launched cross-shoulder bags made of the same fabric. And with a combined expertise in sustainability and design management, the founders designed the coats in-house, then worked with the seamstress to bring their drawings to life. It takes about 5 umbrellas to make one coat, and most of them are a patchwork of different colors and patterns. We like the imperfection, so even if we break a black jacket, it's not made out of the same umbrellas. So you see the difference, says Medeiros, one of the co-founders. For now, the founders are storing the umbrellas metal frame, which is actually interesting, because they don't want to discard them, and they are trying to talk with Italian brands to make jewelry. So I think that this is a very interesting way to see life, and just not to drop everything, not to discard everything, and just take advantage of what you have. And by the way, I wonder how many umbrellas did Rihanna broke during her flip umbrella. That's just one thought.
They should get her as a spokesperson, right? Get that song.
And I think, I think about Sean, there was any time Disney had an event, there was never any shortage of umbrellas. We had I don't think I ever paid for an umbrella for 32 years because we always had event umbrellas, right? But I mean, I wonder what happened, they get stuck in people's cars, they end up getting thrown away. This is a great idea. And I'm constantly reminded by my brother-in-law, who is fondly referred to as Lee number 1, because I'm the Lee that came second. He is an environmental engineer, and he always tells me, reuse is the middle one, reduce, reuse, recycle, right? Got to go in priority order.
Exactly.
So this is exactly following the reuse rules. So good stuff. I can't wait to see what ends up happening with this. Any idea what they're charging, Jose? Did you mention that in the article? I don't remember hearing.
No, I do not. Let me see if I can find that in the next 5 seconds. But I think no, they don't have. They don't have any price yet. Not here, at least in this news, in this article. It looks pretty expensive, but I would buy it.
Yeah.
You can say it's made out of umbrella.
Right. And they should get Rihanna as a sponsor, right?
Yeah. And what is this?
To the point of cost, right? There's also the movement, even in the fashion world, of paying more for really good clothing and owning less of it.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe price is it's not going to be that much of a factor or less of a factor as much as quality that's going to last a long time. Never mind if it's paired up with something that's been recycled and reused. And So it's interesting.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go next. Next up here, go for it, Sean.
Yeah, I love one of the newsletters I get is just about school and education, and every now and then I love seeing how teachers are become innovative out of need, or let's be quite honest, right? There's so many rules and regulations, and it varies by state, and how a
Yeah.
teacher can be creative and introduce unique options and opportunities into the classroom. So of course, this is inspired by COVID and the pandemic, but a gentleman out of New York who was a PE Teacher of the Year, I forget which year it was, 2021 maybe. They were, when his family was going to sleep, he was filming videos in his basement, and it took off. He was doing kid-focused exercise routines, and so it took off where he now has up to 20,000 subscribers. His videos have been viewed 4.5 million times.
Wow.
Um,
We are
but
in
it
the
also,
wrong line of work, dude. Come on. That's
right?
amazing.
Like I see some of these, like, why didn't I think of that? Or
Yeah.
it's not why didn't I think of it? Why didn't I do it?
Yeah.
So I commend him and a lot of these folks on. They just said, I'm going to try it and see what happens. But the last thing to highlight here, which is great, right, where influence comes from anywhere. But it was pre-pandemic. There was a school bake sale in the gym, so this gentleman had to go teach in a classroom. The classroom had a smart board, so he just turned the smart board on. He quickly was searching for easy follow-along dance videos. They found it. He noticed the kids loved it, and that's what sparked his idea to go from there of I should create videos of myself.
Yeah, I should just do it myself. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Excellent.
I love it.
So I've got like his key video from his YouTube site. So I'm gonna roll that now. Here it goes.
Brilliant.
Really,
It's
really
amazing.
good. Yeah.
People are asking Sean, when did you did this? Because they say you look very much like him.
Well, that would have been on the pull a hammy zone if I was doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Back going out, pulled hamstring. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of a good dad joke. I don't often roll a joint, but when I do, it's my ankle.
There you go.
All right, let's see what we have next here.
This story is really fascinating to me.
So this is the infamous teal box and the swoosh partnering up together. So this person named Nikki Diamonds, founder of the Diamond Supply Company, brought the precious stone to the world in the sneaker culture in 2005 with a shoe called the SB Dunk Low, a collaboration. And now the jeweler Tiffany & Co., actually back then they didn't take too kindly with it. So now they've actually partnered up. So she has partnered up with the Nike Air Force One Low, and it's black, aqua, and chrome. Looks rather familiar to that of that SB Dunk drop, but the similarities are attributed to the colors and the jewelry design house. While the construction of this seems to stay true to the original, the black nubuck uppers and tumbled leather at the swoosh, the real charm lies within the chrome appliques. All these nice words, Sean. At the heel and the etched tongue labels. The shoelaces are not your classic sports laces, but rather the thick rope kind typically found on Tiffany & Co. Pouch cords and bag handles. So amazing. It says manufacturer retail price of $400, and now this shoe is actually called the 1837. So there you have it. What else do you want to add to this?
Well, and there's actually an update since we put this together. So this was a tease of what was to come. and the shoe has been released. So if anyone wants to Google Tiffany and Nike, you'll see updates.
Yeah.
And it has come with very mixed reaction.
Really?
Yeah. So I haven't done a thorough update myself on reading the articles, but I saw a couple posts to Instagram about the reveal. And some people just were underwhelmed a bit. They thought the shoe should have been designed differently. But the thing that came, I would love. I actually sent this to our good friend Jason Moros, who is heavily involved in A&A. Right, A&A does the Masters of Marketing conference every year.
Yep.
I would love for this to be a case study at the next conference to hear about the strategy behind. I mean, two very, very different brands and products. Like, what was the intent? Who were they trying to capture?
Yeah.
Like, I love the creativity of it, right? I don't know. I don't know if I would have pulled the trigger on it or not.
Well, Sean, one of the workshops that I do is called Destined for Unlikely Collaboration, and I use the story of Salvador Dali and Walt Disney to kind of showcase how two unlikely people can get together and make something. And I think the reveal of that workshop, the biggest reveal, is that it's not about the success or failure of it. It's about the experience and the growth that you get by doing a strange partnership like this. So maybe they'll both grow a little, but then decide not to do it ever again.
Right. Right.
That's always a possibility.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what's up next. Great one, though. Thanks for putting that in there.
Yep.
Oh, all about poop. Let's go for it.
Love stinks, everybody. Love stinks. So keeping with our theme here of unromantic Valentine's Day, another animal shelter in Hamilton, Ohio, they are also holding a fundraiser for themselves where for $5 per litter box, you can have your ex-romantic partner's name written in the box, and they will have a friendly cat or animal come in and take a big crap on it.
Shut up and take all of my money right now.
Right. There you go.
Oh, man. Talk about creativity.
Don't spend this Valentine's Day down in the dumps. Instead, cheer yourself up while making a difference for animals in need. For a $5 donation, we'll write your ex's name in a litter box and give it to the cats to let them do what they do best.
I just wonder if there's like a thing now, like, is there a big trend of, there was the great what do you call it? When everyone left work, what was that called? Last year, it was a great resignation, right? And now it's the great, like, I hate my ex year. Is everybody breaking up this year, trying to find a new life, doing that? Is it a trend here, Sean?
I don't know, but there actually were a number of things like this of do something for an ex. So either this is just proving that our society is getting meaner and less friendly, or maybe people are just like, wow, I'm not taking your crap anymore.
No pun intended. Apparently somebody's taking a crap for them. So.
But great inventiveness, great PR plugs for these animal shelters. Really, really well thought out. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's not hard, right? Not hard to do this.
What you got, Jose?
Yeah. So our good friend D-Boy here says we should have an official day for exes. We should call it X Days.
That's right.
Yeah,
dude. 15 of February. It's like perfect.
Yeah,
it's my birthday as well.
It's like the anti-love day
after Valentine's. Exactly. Like we should have that. Let's make it a thing. Hashtag X Days. Yeah, I'm calling it.
D-Boy called it first. Hallmark is here from Hallmark Product Development. There you go.
I mean,
you're welcome.
Yeah. That's where it can spark, man. We're just sparking ideas here. That's all we're doing.
There you go.
So here is a computer vision powered smart cane for the visually impaired. This is with being visually impaired is a huge financial burden, with the associated cost of losses expected to be like in the billions. Helping people with visual impairment became more independently mobile. That creates a chain of positive societal improvements. Working with the UK's Royal National Institute of Blind People and the Imperial College, they are introducing a thing called the WeWalk, which is a computer vision enabled smart cane. The concept cane will read text from objects near the user, including bus route numbers and sign. It's GPS enabled. It can provide haptic alerts when objects are nearby, and now it has an accompanying app with auditory alerts and local transit data that can help. I have a great video that I want to show you on this. Sean, I'm not quite sure how long this video is, so let me know if I need to cut it off. But here's the video.
Probably just show a clip.
Okay, here we go.
For the visually impaired, the simple act of taking a walk to the store or to get a cup of coffee can bring on anxiety. Our eyesight that most of us take for granted informs us which way to go. It shows us what street we're on, or that a hoverboard is headed our way. Now, an innovative cane using circuitry and math is helping guide the blind on their path. Did you know that according to the World Health Organization, the estimated number of visually impaired people in the world is 285 million? An estimated 39 million of them are blind. And ever since the invention of the white cane, there really hasn't been an innovative upgrade until now. Meet Curesat Chalon, a blind inventor on a mission to help bring revolutionary technology to those who are visually impaired. He developed the WeWalk Smart Cane. Curesat spoke to me from Istanbul, Turkey. Welcome to Innovation Nation, Curesat.
Hello, Mo. Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the moment you decided it was time to invent a smart cane.
It was 2 years ago. I was in New York to give a speech and I was trying to find my hotel. I was holding my traditional white cane at one hand and also I was holding my smartphone with my other hand. At the same time, I was trying to pull my luggage with these 3 fingers. Because, you know, my 2 hands are occupied. So, not surprisingly, I bumped into a pole.
That moment motivated Curesat and his team, many of whom are also blind, to create a solution. Walk me through how it works.
Sure. First of all, it's foldable. It means it's portable as well. And let's unfold it. It has obstacle detection sensor for overhead obstacles, such as trees, poles, sign tables. Also, it has touchpad, microphone, and speaker as well.
After users pair the cane with a smartphone, they can send voice commands to the cane's microphone and then receive navigation and other information from the smart speaker.
Head west on Main Street.
Amazing.
Right? It's so cool. I need that. I need that just for the not bumping my head on stuff. You know, I think we should all have one of those. Sorry.
But you know, another. So what? Man, I did not even think about this. So for visually impaired, the smartphone actually makes going out harder, right? Because as we're all addicted to it, I mean, the smartphone is always going to be usually in a hand, right?
Yeah.
So that takes a hand away from visually impaired person with other equipment and being able to have a hand reach out if they need to. I mean, this is a really great example of the whole thing of putting yourself in another person's shoes, right? For product innovation.
Yep. Yeah, actually, yes. And identifying the need and really getting in there. It's like, great. He did just that. Really great.
Design thinking at its best, right?
It really is.
Thinking from empathy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
it. All right. Next up.
This one can go a little deep, but the highlight, and it'll be worth just reading a little bit. So a group of scientists and psychological experts from Queen's University in Canada, they developed a never-before-seen way to detect when one thought ends and another begins. And what they've identified is that the average person will have up to about 6,200 individual thoughts a day, which brings me peace, because many of the times I'm like, how can I have actually just thought of so many different things in a 10-second period?
And then forgot them all in the next 10-second period.
Right? But what they said is that the study shows how measuring thoughts can predict a person's personality by estimating the amount of thoughts that an average person will have. And they're calling them the patterns thought worms. Huh. It's just at one point they were trying to see if I can find it real quick. They gave up trying to track what someone was thinking, and they shifted to, okay, could they identify when a thought starts and when a thought ends? I don't know how they do it, but I think it's just fascinating, especially how does this apply just to mental health, mental
Yeah.
awareness, right? In this day and age when this is becoming more and more of a norm, that our minds are complicated and it takes a lot of work to keep ourselves healthy, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if 6,200 thoughts a day is a good thing or a bad thing.
It's overwhelming, especially when you're singing Pasta Duchy over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that included in the count? That's what I want. The earworm is included in the thought worm, you know?
Like, so Lee, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and you immediately just have a song in your head?
Are you kidding me? Yes. It's the
Like,
story of my whole thing, bro. Like all the time.
that's where the Barbara Streisand song came up for our promotion this month.
Oh, yeah.
With our LinkedIn creative.
That's
Yes.
nice.
Love soft as an easy chair. I don't know when the last time was I've ever heard that, but I woke up in the middle of the night with it, so I used it for our
That's
self-promotion.
great, man.
There you go.
All right. Next up. Now, this is a great, we talk about innovation, right? We talk about creativity and we talk about invention, but inventions are not innovations until they're actually adopted, right? So,
Yep.
so and made useful in society. So you can invent all the things that you want, but if people don't make them useful and it's not adopted, it really isn't an innovation, right? But
Yep.
this seems like it really could be adopted. This is amazing. It's a new flexible hydrogel paper towel that is made of cheap Jello material that could replace paper towels forever. Let me just get into the article here. It is it's a lot of basically paper towels are a lot of waste. A viable alternative must be something that's reusable and absorbable than paper products. And a team of engineers at the University of Maryland have found a more sustainable picker-upper. It's called Flexible Hydrogel, and it could become the kitchen towel of the future. It holds 25 milliliters of water without dripping, unlike a commercial cloth pad. The researchers describe the new material's unique properties as powerful absorbing potential, and they're actually taking a proof of concept study and hope that they actually could hit store shelves with it. So again, sustainability, Jose, this one seems like it's like one paper towel for a little bit, right? A rinsable paper towel that dries off and goes for it, right?
And yeah, like it can help so many people in so many places, you know?
Yeah.
Like just imagine now space.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Also, I mean, I just need one of these right by the kitchen anyway because I'm a spiller, right? And that's why I use the Tervis sippy cup because I will absolutely spill all over the place. So I just need to keep one of these like around me all the time, you know. Good stuff. Any other tidbits that you'd add, Sean, on this one?
Yeah, it also says that it's another potential alternative that is way more effective during medical procedures.
Oh, yeah.
Blood. So instead of gauze, it works so much more effectively than typical medical gauze.
Yeah. Interesting.
You know, what's interesting to me too, Lee, like looking at the pictures, right? Like, okay, I know the one on the left where it says no dripping, that's this hydrogel thing. It's not as appealing visually to look at as a paper towel or a nice clear colored and fun colored sponge. Like,
yeah.
Will they be able to put it into a cosmetically friendly version for consumers? Would that hurt the adoption of it? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it could work at the gym too, you know? Like
totally.
It's like your next Olivia Newton-John Let's Get Physical sweatband could be made of this. So
It's a brilliant idea.
All right.
It's called Nike.
What's up next?
Another interesting trend. We've talked about EV, electric vehicles, a few times, right? I think we've also highlighted, and everyone has seen a ton of what I think is just brilliant, where every time Tesla pulls out a new software update to its car, you wake up one morning, you go and start up your car, and it's kind of like getting a new car all over again, right? It does something different or something new. Well, the job market, again, ironically timed, but this was about the Consumer Electronics Show, and auto manufacturers going to CES not to look at electronics, but to look at poaching software developers from the electronics industry to come work in the automotive industry.
They're all there.
They're all there. And
that's right for the picking.
This one gentleman, head of Volkswagen AG's software unit, he has a unit called Cariad, and his headcount has quintupled to about 6,600 people since July 2020, and he's looking to hire another 1,700 people this year, because cars are no longer just cars; they are amazing software computers on four wheels that travel. Right. So, fascinating industry that's being reimagined, right, through software. So,
super cool.
Yep.
And speaking of reimagining things, how about reimagining a Band-Aid? Or I mean, I don't know what the what do you call it? Band-Aid is like the brand name, but what are they?
Yes.
It's just a Band-Aid. It's just a portable bandage or whatever. So
an adhesive strip. No, that's
that's Scotch tape. Healthcare professionals are making strides in medicine that lead to the age of technology for years, and this new smart bandage is the latest technology to see the light of day for that. Researchers at Stanford have unveiled the smart bandage as a way to not only monitor a wound, but help speed up the healing process. It protects as it heals, and it's not really a passive tool, it says. It's an active healing device that could transform the standard of care and treatment in chronic wounds. The bandage is made from a wireless circuitry using electrical stimulation to accelerate tissue closure and reduce the chances of infection. Within there are biosensors and a microcontroller unit, which is layered with hydrogel, acting as a courier for the electrical stimulation in the injured tissue. So it kind of tases you at the same time, apparently. The entire process is monitored with a bandage and can be sent directly to a smartphone. So just like if you ever had to wear a heart monitor or a sleep monitor or something like that, it's super cool. Probably pretty expensive, and hopefully our insurance will cover it, right, John?
That's right. Yeah. Or our good friend Mr. Mark Cuban will figure out a way to get it manufactured and sell it direct for $585.
Exactly. Right. All right. Next up,
we're getting down. We got a couple more than we're hitting our end. But this next one, I'm just going to do golf clap to the PR team at Netflix, because let's be honest, who gives a crap about the hired steward or stewardess for Netflix private jet? I'm sure everyone probably heard about it, but we could not ignore putting this into the story. But Netflix put out a job for opening to be the flight attendant for their jet, with a potential benefits package valued at $385,000.
Wow.
The role is based out of San Jose, requires travel in and beyond the United States. And the advertisement added that, quote, the team, quote, helps Netflix reach the world more efficiently and effectively so the company can continue to create joy around the world.
Wow.
So, I was looking for a career change and wants to serve coffee and champagne. Here you go.
Sean, now we know why they're going to cut off the what do you call, multiple logins across devices to fund this thing.
This person's salary. You kidding me?
No more logging in Florida and Canada. Darn it.
That's right. Riding the jet stream.
Interesting. Right? I have to say that the job thing keeps coming back up in different forms in different ways, and this to me is the golden ticket, right? So we're predisposed to come up with an idea for a golden ticket or a scavenger hunt. So this is also like the fantasy life one, like I want to lead a different life kind of thing. And how many times have islands said, come live on our island and be the social media person, et cetera, et cetera. So this I believe is the next golden ticket promotion.
And Lee, like, one thing I'm totally surprised in, of course, I'm sure they would be scared as crap to do it. I mean, this is like a streaming Netflix series.
Oh yeah.
Right?
This might even be the reason that they did this. Yeah, they might even have done this just for the promotion of some new series. So it'll be interesting to see what pans out. All right. So I made a lot of mixtapes when I was younger. That was my gig. That was my jam, right? And if I really liked you got a custom DJ'd one with mixes and weird samples and reverb and all kinds of stuff. But this is just really, really crazy. You know, there's a lot of talk about AI, goodness, there's every article I've been reading is chat GPT this, chat GPT that, and like Microsoft's making a ripoff of it. Apple's going to make a ripoff of it. Like it's going crazy, right? But this, the playlists could seem like old news, and there's a lot of AI playlists out there, but this is called Playlist AI, and it's a new app that leverages that OpenAI platform technology, so you can build your own playlist by simply typing into a text box what you want to listen to. You link the app with your Spotify or Apple Music, and then you enter a prompt like music similar to that of Lady Gaga, music that was popular in the 80s. But to me, the beauty of it is you could say, I want Martin Denny Hawaiian music mixed with Slayer, right? And let's see what you get, you know?
Right.
To me, this is like, you know, we say practice what you preach when it comes to getting fresh input. Well, this is the way to get fresh input. Go and put something and actually listen to the playlist for the duration of the day. See how long you can go, right? So what else inspired you about this, Sean? Because I'm definitely going to try this. One of the functions I love in Spotify specifically is the enhanced thing. So I allow Spotify's generator to basically add songs that match my playlist, and it does a pretty decent job at doing that. But I can't wait to see what this one does. Have you tried it yet? Or Jose, have you tried it?
No, I have not tried it yet, and I'm super curious because I actually use Spotify create a radio station from a song. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, I use that all the time. It's great.
Me too. So what I'm curious about, how is Playlist AI different or better than how Spotify is currently working, right? So I'm going to have to try it for sure and just see if it's any different. But I think just to your point that you said earlier, Chat GPT, right? I've started playing around with it, and it's just fascinating. It seems like every couple days, AI technology is moving forward. Like it's not years or months. It's literally days that it's changing and becoming stronger and better. I've never seen anything like it. Right?
Yeah, crazy.
So
well, I'm definitely gonna try it. We'll report back. Jose, you should try it also.
I will, definitely. This is something that
I'm going to put in, create a Valentine's Day playlist inspired by Jose's romantic haircut.
Yeah, and Dora the Explorer. Don't forget that.
It's gonna be very, very Frenchy and Latin, I think.
All right. Oh, this is the best idea ever. Please tell us about this, Sean. It's so good.
Yep. So never heard of this and randomly came across it, but there is a restaurant on Staten Island in New York that is staffed by grandmothers, and specifically grandmothers coming from outside of the United States in various countries. And it says it's this amazing restaurant that only has 30 seats.
Okay.
But it has a wait list to visit it, which is multiple weeks long to get on the wait list. But all of the food is served as it's served. The customers all clap for the grandmother who cooked it. It's not it's not scripted. It's not part of any show. It just happens naturally. And the Staten Island establishment, run by women known as Nonas, Nonnas.
Nonas, yeah, Italian for grandmothers.
There you go. So he said it's a celebration of the people who toil in the kitchen as much as the places that they hail from.
Nice.
I cannot imagine how good that food must be.
It's got to be great. It's got to be great. Right. And I wonder if they, to me, it seems like they would only be able to have one or two grandmas in the kitchen at the same time, because there could be a lot of conflict, right? Because grandmas are really specific about their stuff, and they don't want input from anybody else. They just let me cook my stuff. So I can think of so many grandmas right now that I've had their food that would be perfect for this application. All right, you want to watch the video?
Yeah, show a short clip. Yep.
Here we go.
Well, to finish this week, we're off to New York's Staten Island. Now, many people take the ferry across from Manhattan just to get a view of the Statue of Liberty.
Or is it just going
just
but there's another reason to make the trip. A restaurant staffed not by trained chefs, but by a team of grandmas, is serving up traditional dishes from all over the world. We've been to meet them.
The concept behind the restaurant is very simple. It's about grandmothers. I was born in Brooklyn, and my grandmother was from Messina, Sicily. My mother worked, so I was raised by my grandmother. She was the sweetest, kindest woman in the world and the best cook.
This is spinach pie. I cook the spinach with onion, I put dill, feta cheese. I am from Greece. I came here because my husband is here. I have now 49 years.
أنا من سوريا كنت عايش بسوريا وكنا مرتاحين كويس بس بعدين ظروف يعني نحن انجبرنا مو انه يعني نحن مبسوطين وطلعنا نحن هربنا نحن انجبرنا نطلع لبرا.
When I opened this place, it was about trying to recreate that part of my life that I lost. When the grandmothers were in the kitchen and they were cooking, it was very comforting, and that's what it was all about for me.
Well, I'm glad to have this opportunity to work here, because it's such a brilliant idea that Joe had to have what he called grandmother service, so that we can all share our ethnic group specialties, pass it along from...
Super cool. Super cool. I definitely want to go there. And I love that. I also love the fact that they're limiting it to 30 people, because I don't want to overwhelm the grandmothers. I just want I want everybody to be happy here, and they'll be very happy. How many grandmothers' houses have you been over to where they can pull out of the freezer enough food to cook for 15 people and not unplanned, right? But my Cuban mother is a lot like that. I could show up at her doorstep at any given moment with like 10 people, and she will cook us a gourmet meal kind of thing, and it's amazing. And I bet these grandmothers are exactly the same.
Did you see the size of the plates? It's like, I want to go there just to eat a bunch of food.
Have a little more. That's what grandmothers do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You look so skinny. Oh, thank you, Grandma.
And my 6,200
awesome.
thoughts, I've just added an extra 200 to my day watching that.
Yeah, you have.
Like, I could see this. Imagine that. I mean, you could take this globally, but even throughout the United States, imagine this restaurant where the menus are different, just depending what city you're in, and the people that are there as first generation or grandparents and immigrated. Like the types of food can be different all over the United States just in these restaurants. Like, it'd be amazing.
Exactly.
But anyway, I'm freaking hungry now.
All right, I'm going to do this other AI one quickly because we're running out of time here. We
Yep.
got that one good news story, but let's see what it says here. The Do Not Pay's AI. What the plan was to use this thing called Do Not Pay AI in a speeding case. Scheduled to be heard on February 22nd. The chatbot would run on the smartphone, listening to what's being said in court before providing instructions to anonymous defendant via an earpiece. So, however, numerous state prosecutors did not respond well to Do Not Pay's proposed stunt. They actually warned the founder to him that potentially will be breaking the law. In light of this, they opted to pull the plug on the whole experiment. But amazing that that it was actually going to try, right? And how much more is AI going to be really great until we do trust it to do that stuff? It's already writing poems and responding back to chats and doing all. I mean, we're talking C-3PO here pretty soon, you know.
I mean, I be quite honest. So my team and my day job, right?
Right.
We're experimenting with it and having to try to write different things. And so I asked it to write a LinkedIn post about the best places to come up with new ideas. And it wrote probably a 200-word LinkedIn post in about 45 seconds. And I might edit it a little bit, but I would post what it created. I mean, and ironically, like, that's what Google just got in trouble, because as they launched their BOD, right? They had some type of a commercial, or maybe they live streamed a launch of it or whatever, and it typed up inaccurate information. And I can't remember if it had to do with astronomy or something. But the marketplace started tweeting. It actually just wrote something that is incorrect.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is what we're going to get for the next couple of years. You know, as it refines itself. There was another article that the AI made only Seinfeld animation thing got dinged because they had some inappropriate joke on it. But you know, they gave it the parameters, and that's what it came up with. So interesting to see how it will learn and what we'll be doing. Yep. I want to know what next year looks like in the year after that, right?
I know. So. And look, we are living through a global MVP, minimum viable product, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone's they can't stop to think about it because everyone's going so fast. So we are literally watching design thinking live on a global level.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
AI function.
All right, we got after this one, Sean,
Lee, I think let's skip forward to the end one. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, tell us a little bit about it.
So this is just a amazing, super fun story that there is a husband and wife in Alaska, and they have a door-to-door dog walking service. But they literally drive a little bus and go pick up the dogs door to door and take them to their outdoor experiences on a daily adventure. It's literally like a childcare service, but for dogs.
Oh my
But the
gosh.
video is awesome because they're like little four-legged kids. They're waiting for the school bus door to open. They jump up. Everyone says hi. They're excited.
Oh man, I can't wait to
really,
show
really
this.
brilliant idea of dog service.
Okay,
here we go.
Video. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for riding with Mo Mountain Mutts. We've arrived to our destination.
We picked them up from their homes.
We're waiting for the bus.
Good morning, Amaru. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning, Bama.
We get them on the bus. They know their seats. Once we get our whole crew, we go out to the destination that we chose for that day.
Dogs ready? Let's go. Time to go to the lookout. Come on, guys.
We'll go for our walk. We load back on the bus.
Come on, load up.
Welcome back to the bus, everybody. How was your hike to the park?
And we drop them back off. It's kind of like a door-to-door dog walking service. Family business. It's what pays our bills and keeps the roof over our head and keeps us fed. Yes, it's real. We're a husband and wife team now. We're going on 2 years of doing that.
Practicing a trail command is pull off the trail and do a little group up. When I do that, I point to it and I say,
oh my
here.
gosh.
Good dogs. Very good. Break.
She had been posting on
They're
media
also well
for
trained.
this whole time. It was her way of kind of letting the clients know where she went with the dogs, who are they walking with. And she had like a little bit of people kind of following her page here and there, but then we got the bus and it just exploded.
Everybody check on their trail, buddy. All right, let's go.
Oh my gosh. That was one of the cutest things I think you have ever put on the report, Sean. Really, really good.
Well, look, it's all about just innovation, right? Look at what the husband and wife team did. I mean, brilliant idea, getting the pup bus. And
I love the fact that it didn't take off until they got the bus.
Right,
and also,
right.
how many times do you see 20 well-behaved dogs like that? There's always one out of place, but those dogs all seem like they were really in sync with each other. That's so cool.
Let's be honest. They were more well-behaved than tourists in a theme park.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for another innovation report, inspiration report. We're super excited that you joined us today. Thank you for all the great comments. Jose and Sean, really great to work with you as usual. I look forward to it every month. I can't wait till next month. We are having to switch off of our first Friday normally next month too, because some of us will be traveling. Sorry. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because I'm traveling. So
whatever. Our visit continued once again.
Yeah. So March 10th, and also we have to start it at noon. So it'll be noon on March 10th. We hope you can join us. And until then, we wish you all a great month of February. And if you see something out there that you think is innovative, you think all of us will be inspired by, please send it to, brainstorminabox@gmail.com. And Jose will put that in the chat. And we look forward to seeing you on March 10th. Fellas? Nice seeing you. And we will talk later. Here we go.
Thanks, everybody.
Toodaloo.